what about the poor? In many respects, it was déjà vu from our boyhoods. 10 years later, scarred by the fact the murky air remains, we decided to pen the LA smog phenomenon. Be forewarned, though, this is not your father's environmental tome. Down at the library, you'll find a mound of books exploring smog policy, smog chemistry, smog law, and enough automotive engineering to bore Mr. Goodwrench. Neither is this a campy, lowbrow take on the subject. There's eBay for that, or 1971's Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. What you'll find here, instead, is a broader social history with splashes of science, regulation, and culture mixed in. As denizens and writers, we focused on the human element in all its wheezy urgency. Along the way, we hope we extracted some lessons for a world looking to green over its damage. You might be surprised about what you can learn from a pair of LA lungs. Chip Jacobs and William Kelly, Pasadena area, California, December 2007. Chapter 1. State of Siege. The beast you couldn't stab fanned its poison across the waking downtown. Cunning and silent, its gray mist engulfed buildings and streetcars, obscuring the sun and killing all sense of direction as it assaulted Los Angeles' citizenry with a face-stinging burn. Though nobody realized it then, the mystery cloud bank would rattle the planet, making green a cause, not just a color. But first there was the suffering, a city full of it. Inhaling the viscous stuff socked folks with instant allergies whether they had them before or not. Eyes welled, throats rasped, hands grasped for hankies and for answers. On July 8, 1943, crowds from Grand Avenue to Union Station muttered surprise at the abruptness of the confounding haze, later mouthing anger at whoever was responsible. The pall, which seemed to have lunged from everywhere and nowhere at once, was a real day-wrecker. After a few hours, what had been a steamy West Coast morning in the town that had shredded notions that one place couldn't have it all felt more like a party crashed by industrial fire. People's attempted escapes from the noxious cloud bred hair-raising street drama. Blinded drivers jerked from side to side to avoid collisions. Mothers snatched up frightened children into ornate lobbies for shelter. If it was hard on pedestrians, it was hellish for the beat cops supervising public safety, let alone for any dangling window washers. Whatever had summarily blanketed downtown was reminiscent of a harsh, pea-soup London fog. Then again, this was Southern California, where fabulous sunshine was a birthright. Try telling that to the beast. From within the horn-honking turmoil spread a wild rumor that the cloud bank meant war. Chemical munitions the Japanese had lobbed in a sneak attack. With Pearl Harbor and the Imperial Navy's shelling of Santa Barbara, might this be the first salvo against L.A.? Was mustard gas next? By hour 2, the tendrils of the murky climes had thickened and widened, edging toward the northern foothills, where the big spenders lived against the National Forest's piney backdrop. An irritating haze had intermittently gripped the central city since the turn of the century. Never a crisis before, it was fodder for blue-ribbon committees and the reason for a drawerful of ordinances targeting smoke, soot, and odors. Now the stuff had rematerialized with a vengeance and, maybe, an agenda. Deprived of the sweet air they'd taken for granted, tens of thousands of Angelinos hacked. The thin and sickly, the corpulent moneymen of Spring Street, jug-eared Boy Scouts, grimy trench diggers, haberdashers, transplanted Okies. A judge, furious that the acrid air had invaded his courtroom, threatened to adjourn for the day, the docket be damned. City health inspectors instructed, even shushed Angelinos not to overreact. A focused crackdown, they said, should make the hijacked sun reappear. Engineers suspected that a rogue factory had leaked the gases which the freakishly warm weather then trapped around the city. To officials' delight, easy breathing returned the next day with the sunny skies. Relief and even corny humor rippled through the city of angels. The Los Angeles Times, then Southern California's arch-conservative conscience, joked that the onslaught was the product of sulfurous fumes from a heated meeting in the mayor's office over streetcar strike negotiations. The laughing, however, was not universal. One councilman, risking the Cassandra crown and a land of optimism, warned they had better stem the recurring attacks or brace for the city frittering into a deserted village. Balderdash.